Hey, this is George G. Welcome to George G's Room of Rock. How's everyone doing here on this wonderful Saturday? It's very cold here in New Jersey. I know people up in Buffalo are getting a lot of snow today, and for November, that's very odd. So hopefully you guys are digging out okay and are right up there. If you're anyone's watching me from there, who knows? Anyway, today I'm gonna talk about my 20 favorite live albums. Now I'm usually a studio album kind of guy, so I usually mostly like, but of course I do like live albums. And I've got picked out 20 of my favorites with some honorable mentions, and sort of talk about them. And just to, there's a couple. One thing is like there's a few live albums, notable live albums I do not own. I plan on getting them. I just haven't gotten them yet, but they're not on my list. And someone has, why aren't they on your list? Well, this is because I don't own them, and I only heard a few things from them. I can't give you a take on them, but I am planning on getting them. So anyway, if those three albums are AC/DC, If You Want Blood, Thin Lizzy, Live and Dangerous. Yes, I know I should own that. And Ted Nugent, Double Live Gonzo. I don't have those three, but planning on getting them. So they don't make this list. So anyway, these are my 20 favorite. Most of them are pretty notable, and I'm going to go through them all and talk about them, and also, and if I've seen any of them live, obviously I didn't see any of these bands live on this point with these albums. They're all classic. I was a little kid, and most of them were out. Anyway, so we're going to start with number 20, and that is from 1994, Paul Di'Anno and Killers. So this was, I thought this was a bootleg, and it's actually an official release. I was kind of surprised at that, but it's an official release. It came out in 94. And obviously Paul Di'Anno from Iron Maiden fame. And these songs are basically from Brazil. He did songs from Iron Maiden and his band Battlezone. Obviously, pretty surprisingly, none of these are from Killers, from his band when the albums he did with Killers. They're all from this Battlezone Iron Maiden, but it's a pretty good one. I mean, it's not a bad recording at all. It's I like it. I like it. He does like Murders in the Rue Morgue, Wrathchild, Remember Tomorrow, Phantom of the Opera, Strange World, Sanctuary, Running Free. He does from his Battlezone days. He does Overloaded, Children of Madness, and Metal Tears. And he also does a little medley of We'll Rock You and Smoke on the Water. So it's a good one. I like the cover, a little Iron Maiden like with his look. Also, preface: I'm not going to be trying not to for the main list. I'm not going to copy do the same bands over. So, but yeah. So that's my number 20. Number 19 came out in 1999. And that is this 3-disc set from Iced Earth Alive in Athens. This is such a great set. Right here. If anyone has it, it's really good. I'll show you the 3 albums that come with this. Just 3 discs with this, and they all come with the mascot set. I think his name is. Good photo there. There it is. I think that's this 2. And disc 3. A lot of great shots on this one. And anyway, so this was the set. If I could read, that'd be awesome. But anyway, the set list for this one, I have a DVD of this also, which is the same songs on this set here. And it's really, really good. I can't get it back in the packaging now because I took it out. Anyway, so the song list, I'll go through some of the notable ones here. No, so I get my flashlight. They're going to be pretty good. Burning Times, Vengeance is Mine, Pure Evil, My Savior, Dante's Inferno, The Hunter, Travel Stygian, which I love. Last December, this 2, Storm Rider, Path I Choose. I love those 2 songs. Crazy. Iced Earth, of course. There's Desert Rain, The Slightest of the Lie, When the Night Falls, Violate, all the classics from Iced Earth, Say What You Want. It's a really, really good album. And, yeah, so that's my number 19. I know it's got a lot of controversy today with John Schaefer and everything, but that's none of my business. It is what it is, so I'm not going to say nothing about that. That's just that's political crap. I don't bother with it. Anyway, that's my number 19. My number 18 is from 1993, and this one, it's surprising the band didn't put out any more live stuff. And this is the first live thing to put out, and it was Van Halen with Right Here, Right Now. I did have a newer one that came out with Roth, and I like that one too. I picked this one because I know more history of this one, and it's really well done. And Sammy does a great job. I got to give a nod to Sammy. You know, I did my Van Halen ranking, and Roth's way up there, but this one's a really good live one. It's got a lot of good shots in it. The late Eddie, and Sammy, and there's Michael Anthony with that awesome JD bass, even though I don't drink, and of course Alex right there. Anyway, it's a great live package. Oh, by the way, because I didn't mention, I never saw Paul Di'Anno or Iced Earth at all. So Van Halen, I did see it. I'll explain that in a minute. But this particular album here, it's got the Pound Cake, Judgment Day. This is from the FUCK album. You know, the tour from that. That's what it's from. So I'm out of these songs. These songs are still print. When It's Love, Spanked, Ain't Talking About Love, and Panama, and Jump are the only ones that Sammy would do from the Roth era. He didn't do anything else. He just wouldn't do it. But he did these own songs, which are great. Dreams, and Love Walks In, Run Around, Right Now, Why Can't This Be Love. They also do what it would Give to Live, but I believe that's his soul song. And they do a cover of Won't Get Fooled Again. But it's a really good album. Really done really good. I like this one quite a lot. It's done, it's just, you know, it's Van Halen. How can you go wrong? But anyway, like I said, I've seen Van Halen one time only. And that was in the Gary Cherone years, which I was like, oh, Gary Cherone. But you know what? The show was really good, and he did a really nice job. He sings the Sammy stuff really good. And the Raw stuff was, because one thing about when Gary came in the band is when they toured live, they did the Raw stuff, because Sammy wouldn't do most of it. So they did things like, they opened it with Unchained, they would do Romeo Delight, Somebody Get Me a Doctor, which Michael Anthony sang, and all the songs. It was a great show. I don't care. It was a good show. Gary Cherone did a good job. May not fit the band, but he did a good job in the what do you call it, on the show. So anyway, that's my number 17. Let me lose track here when I'm talking. That's my number 18. Sorry, number 17 is coming up, and that is, they have a couple live albums out, and this is 1987. Wasp, Live in the Raw. This is a really good one. This is from the Big Electric Circus tour. So it obviously has Inside Electric Circus, I Don't Need No Doctor, Love Machine, Wild Child, 9-5 Nasty, Sleeping in the Fire, The Manimal, which is the only time that song is not Animals, it's The Manimal, different song that appears on this. I Want to Be Somebody, of course, Blind in Texas, and they have Screaming Till You Like It, a bonus studio track from the movie Ghoulies. But anyway, good live album, the nice live shots of the band. That's my number 17, and I have seen Wasp. I saw the Helldorado tour and the tour after that. And the Helldorado tour was with Chris Holmes when he came back in the van for the KFD album. And it was funny because I saw him in a club called the Birch Hill here in New Jersey, which is not there anymore, with my friend Mike. And it's a small club. You know, it's got, the ceiling is like really kind of low. And they come out with the Wasp logo, and Blackie comes and lights it. And fire, and we're just looking. My friend looks back at me like, "Oh my God, we're not getting out here alive. It's gonna go up," because there was just so many flames and it feels like so low, but nothing happened, obviously. But that's what I remember from that show. But anyway, Blackie was great. The band was great. It was a good show. So both times I saw them, they were really good. So anyway, that's my number 17. My number 16 is from 19. Oh, I didn't even write the name on this. Wait, I'll get it. Wait, 1990. Well, this is a later edition, but it's Aerosmith live bootleg, which is an official release. It's not really bootleg. It's official. Really raw. I really like Aerosmith when they're raw. And this one's got all, Back in the Saddle, Sweet Emotion, Lord of the Thighs, Tours in the Attic, Last Child, Come Together, Walk This Way, Sick as a Dog, Chip Away the Stone, Mama Kin. And it's just got a great raw, that's why I guess what the bootleg feel for. There's nothing cleaned up on this, but they officially released it. And it's really good. And again, I've only seen Aerosmith one time back in the early 90s, and they were really good. I mean, one thing about Aerosmith, they always change their set. Always change up their set list all the time, which is always great for them. I think, it's great that, some bands just keep the same set list all the time, and, well, they don't. So, anyway, Nose is really itchy. Sorry, guys. My number, what do we got now? Number 15 is a classic one from this band, and that is Scorpions, Tokyo Tapes. Fantastic album. The last one with Uli John Roth on guitar. And it's got, All Night Long, Pictured Life, Backstage Queen, In Trance, We'll Burn the Sky, Suspended Lover, Fly to the Ramble, which is a great version of that. He's a woman, she's a man. Speed is Coming. You know these songs, you know this album. Dark Lady, Robot Man. Great shot of Klaus in the back there. I mean, it's a classic for a reason. And, yeah, that's my number 15 for the live one. And I've seen Scorpions twice. Once, the first time was mid-90s. I saw them in with Alice Cooper was the headliner. And they were really good, obviously. And then the last time I saw them was actually Megadeth. So that was kind of weird saying Scorpions and Megadeth. But they were also good. And they did a nice medley of the early stuff, which was really, really good. So yeah, so that's my one number, like I said, number 15. Number 14. Another legendary album, a legendary band, and they're all the original band. Oh, the original, main guys are all gone or not with us anymore, and that is Motorhead. No Sleep Till Hammersmith, another classic album. And this one's such a good one too. I mean, they're all good. I'm sorry on my list here, but I mean, Ace of Spades, Stay Clean, Metropolis, The Hammer, Iron Horse, I Love, Overkill, Capricorn Bomber. This got bonus tracks of Over the Top, and Train Kept It Rolling. People like doing Train Kept It Rolling for some reason. But Motorhead, yeah, you can't go wrong with anything with Motorhead. That's number 14, and I've seen Motorhead twice. Once for Ozzy's first farewell tour in '92, and then I saw them again in 2003 when they were opening for Maiden. That was a really good show too. And Motorhead didn't play that long on those shows. They were just, opening acts. They didn't play a lot of songs. I never saw headlining with them, but that was really, really, really good. So that is number 14, like I said. Number 13 is this one, AC/DC Live, which I got the bigger set here. There's a smaller set with less songs on it, with more popular songs. This one's got all the stuff on it. This is from the, I believe, the Razor's Edge tour with Chris Slade on drums. And it's great. I love AC/DC. It's one of my favorite bands. That's why I'm surprised I don't have the If You Want Blood, though. But I don't have it. So soon to have it, though. Thunderstruck, Shoot the Thrill, Back in Black, of course, Sin City. They've been to do Who Made Who, Heat Seeker, Jailbreak the Jack, The Razor's Edge, Dirty Deeds, Hell's Bells, of course, High Voltage. You Shook Me All Night Long. I was tired of that. But it's still good. Whole Lot of Rosie, Let There Be Rock, Highway to Hell, TNT, and of course, Village About to Rock, We Salute You. So, yeah, it's a good set. The nice double set. I like the cover there. Remember the balloon thing. I saw them during this tour, which is surprising. I forgot about that. Probably the only one I did see during this tour was this one. The only time I saw them, too, the LA Guns opened for that one. And that was a phenomenal show. AC/DC that always does a great show. So, yeah, I really, really remember that one. And this is back in, 90-something, as far as I remember it. But since I don't drink, I remember some things. Anyway, my number 12, and this came out in 1979, and this is another classic one, and this is, another one people really like, and really have a lot of praise for, which I obviously know why, is UFO, Strangers in the Night. Fantastic live album by them. Fantastic. I mean, I say fantastic live, but, it just is. I mean, Hot and Ready, Cherry, I put one of my favorite songs. Love to Love, Natural Thing, again, one of my favorite songs. Out in the Street, Only You Can Rock Me, Mother Mary, another one of my favorite songs. Of course, Doctor, and Rock Bottom, and Shoot. And, yeah, UFO. Another one, the band I never saw live. Never seen them. UFO. And I think they're retiring, so I'm probably not going to get a chance to see them. But, it's a great live album from them. And obviously one of my favorites, and an absolute classic. That's my number 12. My number 11 is Ozzy. Tribute, Randy Rhoads. Love the picture there. Obviously, I never saw the tour with this one ever, but there's Randy, the great Randy. Rest in peace, Randy. You're the man. And yeah, that came out in '87, right after I think they departed with Jakey Lee. They put this out maybe or during that time, something like that. But I mean, you know all these songs. And this one, I don't know. Crazy Train, Believer, Flying High Again, Revelation, Suicide Solution, and of course, these Iron Man, Children of the Grave, and Paranoid. Noble Movies, which is one album song I really like a lot. People don't like it. I like that song a lot. But yeah, Ozzy, Randy Rhoads Tribute, and that was number 11. And I seen Ozzy twice. Again, like I said, I saw in '92 when he did the first farewell tour. Fantastic show. Did a nice job. I saw a couple years later too, and it was Ozzy. He was good back then, so you know he could still sing and he still was walking and moving around pretty well. He looks pretty sickly now, which is pretty sad. But the man did a lot of things to himself, and he's still with us though. So you know that's amazing. Anyway, now number 10 is another drop dead classic from a classic band, and a band I seen, not obviously not his tour because it came out in 1972. I was a year old. So I don't think I went to this one. And that's Deep Purple, Made in Japan, by one of the classic albums, live albums ever. This is the remastered version I have here. And again, I can do a lot of jamming in the later songs, but Highway Star, Child of Time, Smoke in the Water, of course. The Mule with the drum solo by the great Ian Pace. I mean, come on. Strange Kind of Woman, Lazy. Space Truckin' is very long but great, but this one also has Black Knight and Speed King and Lucille for the bonus tracks. But again, I saw Deep Purple maybe 4 years ago when Judas Priest opened for them, and everyone left. Like I think I saw the story before, but everyone left after Priest. No one stayed for Deep Purple because it was really hot that night. But they should have just stayed because they did a great job. They don't sing all the high stuff to the songs like Ian Gillan can't sing all like that anymore. But great show. Deep Purple's great. One of my favorites. Anyway, that's number 10. Number 9 is going to be maybe an odd one to put in here. And this one came out in 1995. I don't have the actual band live one, but this one I got, and I really like it. Oh, and I'm dropping it on the floor. I pick it up. And that's Dee Snider's SMF's Live. Such a good, obviously all Twisted Sister songs with his band at the time. Open What You Don't Know Sure Can't Hurt You. Kids Are Back. Stay Hungry. Destroyer. I Am, I'm Me. You Can't Stop Rock and Roll. He does a medley of Come Out and Play with the Pack. Really the Pack. I Believe in Rock and Roll. Be Cruel to Your School. And, you know, of course, We're Gonna Make It. He does Wake Up a Sleeping Giant, which I don't think they ever did that one since that tour when they in Love vs. Suckers tour. But I love that song. And this is a really, really solid, great live album from Dee. I didn't see Dee on this one, but I have seen Twisted Sister 3 times. Once with AJ Parra before he died, you know, rest in peace, AJ, and twice with Mike Portnoy. So once in a club, once in a big outdoor venue, and they, of course, Twisted Sister was great. They're still great. So anyway, that is my number 9. Number 8, another band which I will never get to see live, and I could have went back before they retired in 2015, but it was money. It was an expensive ticket. I had the money for that at the time. But that's Rush. All the World's a Stage. Fantastic. Love early Rush. Love Rush anyway. Anything Rush is great. But anyway, Bastille Day, Anthem, Fly By Night, Something for Nothing. They do all 2012, the first side of that album. By Tour and the Snow Dog, another great with the drum solo. In the end, Working Man, What You Doing? It's Rush. I wish I could have seen him. And Neil Peart, much rest in peace, Neil. I mean, I'm going to do a Rush ranking at some point, too. And, such a great album. Such a sad loss to the world, you know, too. One of the best drummers ever. Anyway, next one is another one that I never seen live. And they do tour. It's not the same. And I didn't get into the band until way years later, and that's Queen, Live Killers. Great, awesome Freddie Mercury. Another one that you miss a lot. Such a talent. One of the greatest vocalists ever. I don't care what genre you listen to. He's better than all of them. Anyway, We Will Rock You. I love the version on this one because it's live's really rocking. It's really, really fast. Let Me Entertain You. Another one of my favorite ones. Death on Two Legs. Killer Queen. I Love My Car. Another one with Roger Taylor singing. Great one. Now I'm Here. Another one of my favorite ones. Keep Yourself Alive. Don't Stop Me Now. Of course, Bohemian Rhapsody. Sheer Heart Attack, which Freddie sings in this one. He doesn't sing it on the original, though. And that's done by, what do you call it? Roger Taylor. But yeah, Queen Live, Killers, great, love it. That's my number 7. I'm trying to cross as I go along. That came out in 79, by the way. The next one came out in 1977. And that is one that's kind of short for a live album, but then again, that's what they did. And one omission on the album, if you know the album I'm talking about, it's Rainbow on Stage. Late great Lonnie James Dio and late great Jimmy Bain. Yeah, it's a short album, but no Stargazer in this one, which is weird. Like, they got Kill the King, which was an unreleased foreshadowing the next album, which because this is for the Rainbow Rising tour, so it didn't come out yet. Kill the King, so people know all this. I'm just saying it, in case, whatever. Catch the Rainbow, Mistreated. I love this version of Mistreated that Dio sings on this one. I love the cover dub version too from Deep Purple. I love this version too. 16th Century Green Sleeves and Still I'm Sad. Always liked that one. Never saw Rainbow live, ever. But it is what it is. Now the next one, which came out in 1982, is another classic. And I have the two disc version of this one. That is Black Sabbath Live Evil. Love this one too. People slagging a little now for the production, but I'm so used to it. I don't care. I don't make a big deal about someone's production in some of these albums because it is what it is. But like I said, you got Neon Knights, NIB, and Black Sabbath, War Pigs, and Iron Man. He does Dio does a good job of some of the Ozzy stuff. Some of it, it's not as good because I do like him doing NIB, and I like the Black Sabbath version. And War Pigs and Iron Man is okay, but his own songs, The Mob Rules, Heaven and Hell, Sign of Southern Cross. I mean, they're just so good. And the band is so good. I love the cover, too. It's such a fantastic cover. So that's my number 5. Now, I never saw this version of Black Sabbath live. I did meet them when they were Heaven and Hell. I did a signing for one of their box sets that came out. So we did get to meet the band, which was great. It's hanging up there. Maybe one day I'll show you the signatures I had of Ronnie, Tony, Geezer, and Vinny. So really nice. Dio was such a nice guy. They were all nice guys, but Dio especially was a fantastic guy. And I did see I have seen the original Black Sabbath, not during the heyday because I was a little kid, but during the Ozfest one year. So it was with Bill Ward too. So that was a fantastic show too. But that's not part of that. But anyway, that's my number 5. Number 4 is this one that came out 2008, but it's from the, I forgot to look what tour it's from, but I believe it's from their, it's from that. It's from House of the Holy tour. So that's, of course, Led Zeppelin, How the West Was Won. Most people like A Song Remains the Same. This is far superior than A Song Remains the Same. So, lots of songs, 3 discs, and such a great, Immigrant Song, Heartbreaker, Black Dog, Over the Hills and Far Away, Since We're Loving You, of course, They Were in Heaven, Going to California, That's the Way, Days of Confused, very lengthy Days of Confused, but they don't get boring with it. I don't get bored of it. People might get bored of some of it. I don't get bored of it. Moby Dick, Whole Lot of Love, of course, Rock and Roll, Bring It On Home, Beloved, that's live on this one. So, and of course, Zeppelin I never saw live, but I did see Robert Plant live back in the early 90s with a friend of mine in Philadelphia, and he did mostly solo stuff. He did do, I believe he did Going to California. He did, he did Missy Mountain Hop, and he did another one from, In the Light. He did from Physical. So he was really good when I saw him back then. So Robert Plant, of course, one of my favorite singers too. So that's my number 4. My number 3 and number 2. Now these two, they could have flip-flopped if I wanted to. But this one is just a drop-dead classic too by this metal band. And if you look behind me, if you stiff the glare, you can see it right there. Iron Maiden, Live After Death. Of course, it's the drop-dead classic. The accompanying video that came out at the time is also another fantastic one. I love that. The cover, of course, is one of my favorite Eddies ever. And do I need to go with the track list? As you all know, Aces High, 2 Minutes Midnight, The Trooper, Revelations, Flight to Icarus, Rhyme Ancient Mariner, Paraslave, Number of the Beast, Iron Maiden, and this one comes with a bonus disc with Ratchild at 22 Acacia Avenue, Children of the Damned, Die With Your Boots On, Phantom of the Opera. Just look at that. It's a drop dead classic again. So anyway, the one that could have gone with is my second, which is Judas Priest, Unleashed in the East. Came out in '79. Another drop dead classic. Running Wild, Sinner, The Ripper, Green Manalishi, Diamonds and Rust, Genocide and Tyrant. And this one comes with the bonus tracks Rock Forever, Delivering the Goods, Hellbent for Leather, and Starbreaker. Starbreaker is great. But yeah, I guess I put this before that only because they were before us, but it could have gone either way. But of course, I love Priest so much, and this album is just a damn classic album. Everyone's got it. Everyone knows about it. Not to say anything. Okay, that leaves one more. What could it be? If you know me, if my friends know me, everyone watching this, what's it going to be? 1975. Kiss Alive. My favorite live album ever. This is just, it's Kiss, and I love Kiss to death because I actually got a nice viewing on my Kiss ranking, which has floored me. Everyone watching that and watching this, thank you so much. I can't believe you liked it that much. Just to view it, just to add subscribe. I don't understand it, but I love it. Thank you guys. Kiss Alive, of course. Deuce, Strutter, Got to Choose, Higher Than Hell, Firehouse, Nothing to Lose, Come On, Love Me, love Parasite and She, the live version. Watching You live is great. 100,000 Years, I like 100,000 Years, excuse me. Peter Criss' drum solo. I don't care. I love Peter Criss. I love his drum solo in this. Don't care what anyone says. And I love the version of Black Diamond on this one too. And of course the standard is Rock and Roll All Night. Let Me Go Rock and Roll. And Rock Bottom. Yeah, Kiss, Alive. Love this so much. Remember when I got into Kiss, and a friend of mine, my sister's friend, brother, gave me 2 albums. Gave me Dressed to Kill and Alive 1. Remember, listening to the Live 1 on my parents' stereo. My parents let me listen to it, doing a school project. That's why that's why I remember that. I don't know, but I remember that. But anyway, yeah, Kiss Alive. Number 1, 2 thumbs up. So that's my top 20 live albums, and I have a couple honorable mentions here that we're gonna do just real quick. And the reason they're here because I didn't want to double up on bands doing the main thing. But I was gonna go real quick, which is of course Rush, Exit Stage Left. Any one of these from Dio, from Live at Donington. These are from '86 and I didn't want to do another. Dio's already on 2 of them, but these 2 were so good, the Live in Donington stuff. I'm not going to go over it, but if you have, they just came re-released this, I think, on vinyl. I don't have the vinyls, but I have this one. But anyway, that's one honorable mention. The next 2, I don't have a big history with, but they're really good. But I don't want to put them on because I said I don't have a big history. But anyway, one of them is Blue Oyster Cult, On Your Feet or On Your Knees. It's good, really good. Uriah Heep, January 1973. Another really good one. Again, I want to repeat, Scorpions, Worldwide Live. Another classic. Priest Live, which is the first Priest album I ever got, which is the last my Priest one. It's my first one I got me into the band. And then, of course, Kiss Alive 2. So, had to have that one. Just want to put on the list, but of course, and just saying the last side of the studio side of that album, Rocket Ride, one of the greatest Kiss songs ever, and Ace. Anyway, that's my list. If you guys have what live albums do you like, put in the comments. What live experiences you say any of these bands or any band, put in the comments. I'd love to hear it from you. I love hearing from you guys. It's nice getting the comments and people liking my stuff here. But if you like what you see, if you're new to the channel, like and subscribe to me if you want. If not, leave a comment up. Just hope you just watch. That's fine with me too. Anyway, guys, have a great day, and we'll see you next time. Keep rocking metal alive.